What's good, guys? It's Sam here, and I got more information about the tax lien property that I am trying to purchase. So, with that being said, make sure you press that red button that says subscribe and that bell notification so YouTube will notify you every time I post a new video. So I wanted to let you know I'm in, and if you are following this series, I am trying to purchase like a note to have the right to be able to foreclose on a property. So if you watch the first video, the story was a little bit different because it's constantly evolving, just like life. The more information we have, the more we're able to articulate what is going on. My current understanding of this property is that, so there was a note on the property. A gentleman wrote a personal note to this lady for a property, and it gets more complicated, as it always does. The due diligence on the note was not done on the property, meaning there was no title search. So there is a back taxes owed on the property. So now that there was no title search or anything done, from my understanding, that taxes are going to be the first lien on the property. The note is the second lien on the property. So that could be a potential thought or consideration. Not that I'm not too concerned about it, unless I am talking with the person selling the property, then it's a huge concern, right? We can talk about negotiating after the fact, but so that's the case. Then makes it even more interesting. The dude passes away. The brother gets the property, and he gets it. He is the executor of the estate. He ends up taking control of the property. The person stops paying him, and is just, I think, from what I'm learned so far, she's just not fucking paying on the property. So he doesn't have the income to foreclose on her or the resources, and that is where I come in. I also went and knocked on the door to see if it was either completely destroyed on the inside or if there was like homeless people or whatever was going on in there. And as I get out of my car to go knock on the door, I'm thinking in my head, I'll just ask for John, right? Like, I'll just go knock on the door. Hey, is John there? And I was like, wait, fuck. John's a super common name. That means there's a higher probability that somebody's going to live here by the name of John. So as I'm getting out of the car and I'm walking up to the door, I'm like, I'm going to actually ask if there's a Ethan that lives here, because that's my brother's name. So I was like, I'll just ask for Ethan. And there's a dog shitting in my backyard. What the fuck are you looking at, son? And got distracted. Shit, right in front of my steps one time. I almost stepped in that. It's a neighbor's dog. Anyways, so I'm on my way up to the steps. I get up the steps, I knock on the door, and I didn't even know if anybody lived there because I drove by the property the night before, and I did not see any lights on. I waited till it was dark out, and then I drove by twice. Like, I drove by, then I turned around, and came back and drove by nice and slow to see if I could notice anything. I didn't see any lights on, so I was like, maybe it's could have just been vacant for years. But then if it's been vacant, like, what the fuck does the inside look like, right? Is it completely destroyed? Okay, so go knock on the door. And then I wait like maybe 5 or 10 seconds, and I'm like, is anybody gonna come to the door? Or maybe I can start peeking in through some of the windows if nobody comes. And then I hear something, and this lady comes to the door. So I'm like, hey, is Ethan here? And she's like, she looks at me a little funny, and she's like, Ethan so-and-so? And I was like, yeah. But like, it took me a second to respond, and I think she could tell or something, like, I don't know. And I was like, yeah, he's not here? And she's like, no, but I'm his grandmother. And I was like, oh, can you just let him know I stopped by? And then I left. So that did tell me, though, there's somebody living there. That lady is the lady who just stopped paying, so she just has not been, she's just been getting a free ride. I think I might be able to just give her the cash for the keys or something like that, which then might help with the foreclosure process. If you guys have any questions, or if you've gone through this process, let me know down below in the comments, or reach out to me on Instagram or something like that, or Facebook. I would love to hear about the experience and ask some questions if you are open to that process. So now, the next step in the process for me is to take so this is the loan documents, right? See that? That's the loan documents for me loaning money to an individual, versus like when you do it at a bank, this is literally about 5 times thicker. It's like a ream of paper, like a small ream of paper. That's how big loan documents are today. Anyways, so the next step in the process is I have also, if you have a lawyer who deals with this type of thing, and they're willing to work over the phone or through digital, let me know. Give me their info down below. I will reach out to them. Thank you. If you do know somebody who deals with foreclosures and whatnot, I will definitely reach out to them. And I'm trying to figure out what else is needed for this case to go forward. I'm actually kind of glad somebody's living there, and kind of not. Kind of glad from the standpoint that I don't have to deal with anything from a repair standpoint of like all the wiring and piping being missing or frozen because it's in here in Massachusetts. And on the other hand, you have to deal with getting rid of somebody. But I feel like having a dialogue with somebody is a strong, like having a conversation and communicating with somebody is a strong area for me. So I would much rather deal, either way, I knew it would be fine. Just a different price point that I would pay, that's all. So now, my thoughts on structuring the deal. So this is the 2 ways that I'm going about this. On the one hand, buy the note at a nice discount and then be done with it and just foreclose on property and take the whatever money I can get for the property. And I think according to Zillow, it's around $230,000. Or, and I'll probably put like 10 into it to just fluff it up a little bit and spruce it up. Or I can go through and be like, hey, I don't want to deal with all this risk. What I'll do is I will finance this and I will take care of it. We'll sell the property. Whatever profit from the property comes after I get paid back, we'll split. So that's the 2 approaches I'm looking at to structure this deal. If you guys have any thoughts, let me know. Let me know what I'm forgetting. Let me know what I just completely missed on my thoughts going through this. I want to hear down below in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to press that like button before you go on to the next video. And I'll talk to you soon. Peace.